and I ran a marathon in Rome. And I think in my first year of running, and mind you, I never ran a day in my life until I just took off literally running out of anger. I ran 4 marathons in the first year that I started running. And it was out of pure addiction, is that my body started to tell me no, and I said yes, and I kept running harder. So that just fueled me into pretty much overrunning, and my knees started to hurt, so that slowed me down. And then I started strength training. Strength training for me was yet one other way for me to challenge my body and my psyche. Is usually my head was a lot stronger than my body, so my body would tell me no, my head would tell me yes, and I'd keep pushing harder and harder. Essentially, I lost, I don't know how many pounds. It's probably something like, I'd say about 10 pounds over the course of 13 months. However, in the first 3 months, I went from a size 13 to a size 6.
Being a dude, I don't know what that means, but I assume that's impressive.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. It's like taking a third of your body and just removing it.
Good.
Yeah, the size equivalency of that. So, in a very short amount of time, I really proved to myself that anything was possible, and I think changing the human physique is one of the most interesting things that you can do with your body. And so that kind of evolved me into my career, as people started to ask me, what the heck are you doing? How is it that you're accomplishing these amazing physical changes in such a short amount of time? So that sent me into going to study to adequately relay information to people, because my method for my own body was not necessarily the method that I apply to everybody. I believe that everybody has a different outlook, and that needs to be factored in and considered. Some people want to take a little slower approach. They're intimidated by heavy weight, so we train them much more differently than I had trained. I had trained under the intensity of extremely heavy weight in a short amount of reps. And reps are basically the number of times that you move the weight or the resistance in a given amount of sets. And I chose very heavy weight. I was not scared to put on muscle. Muscle burns body fat. I understood that science really quickly, and so I chose that approach to put as much muscle on my body as humanly possible. And in turn, that muscle basically chewed away at my body fat.
So through all this training, you expanded your career in business, and now you're out on your own.
Right. I am out on my own. I've tried every avenue in fitness. I started out as a personal trainer, added massage therapy. I also do massage therapy on a very regular basis. And, as a trainer working inside of somebody else's gym, I think it's all the trainers' dreams to own their own gym. And so I did that as well. I had purchased the gym at Cedar Creek and operated that business for about a year on top of my existing training clientele within Frank's Gym, which I still maintain to this day. I did massage therapy in 3 different locations. I did it at the gym at Cedar Creek, Frank's Gym, and then I had worked at a salon for an abbreviated amount of time. I had employees. I have had other trainers that I've managed and given work to. I really came down to the simplicity of the matter is there are people out there who do not want to learn how to exercise in public. And I respect that for a lot of different reasons. I understand that people go to a gym and they feel like everybody is watching them. And in all reality, most people are not. I might point out to a client that, I'm training you, and I say, hey, Dino, look at that guy with the purple shoes and the yellow hair in the corner. And you look at me and you go, what? I said, exactly. You don't see that guy, right, and he doesn't see you. You both are engrossed in doing what you're doing at the gym. But nonetheless, women especially, I find, have a fear that everybody's watching them. So I started this private personal training studio. It's located on the corner of 6th Street and McClellan. It's called the Salon Spa and Fitness Studio, and we put this business in a little brown brick English Tudor style house that on the lowest level we have the private studio where they can come in, they can train with me one-on-one, and nobody else is around. It is just me and the client.
Sure.
So they have that exclusive atmosphere. They don't have to wait for equipment. They don't have to worry about anybody watching them, and they can be creative and comfortable in their own space.
Sure.
So,
and upstairs you also have other services, right?
Right. We have 3 massage therapists, so we have 2 massage rooms, 3 therapists. We also have a salon as well, and then we also provide electrolysis. So there's a number of services all under one roof.
It's a great place to get a mani-pedi. I'm just saying. Not that I would know or anything, but I'm just saying.
It is. You know, we're a very diverse group.
So with the show, you want to be able to help people, right? So they can reach out and talk to you.
Absolutely.
So how can they get a hold of you?
You can get a hold of me directly by calling my studio at 715-849-3000. You can, if you don't get me directly, you can set up an appointment with whomever answers the phone. Otherwise, I'm available for questions. You can email those to questions@exerciseauthorities.com. Or better yet, some of your questions might be answered by visiting my blog. There's a lot of people out there who read that and make comments as well. You might be surprised to find that your questions are already answered. One of my funny experiences that recently happened, I had purchased a brand new t-shirt and I thought, you know, this t-shirt will look pretty good going to the gym and all. Didn't wash it, figured I'm going to get this thing all sweaty anyway. So I'm wearing this t-shirt, doing my workout at the gym, breaking a good sweat. I get home, eat my post-workout meal, which by the way is very, very, very critical to your exercise training. It's too many people go into a workout and they think, you know, I'm not going to eat beforehand because I'll burn all these calories while I'm working out, and then I'm not going to eat afterwards because I'm still burning calories from when I worked out, which can be a very incorrect statement if you're working out in the middle of the day or in the evening.
By the way, this is a lesson I learned, and it's totally true.
Yes.
What you do after the workout just makes the workout work. Otherwise, you're just torturing yourself.
Absolutely. You deplete your body when you're doing a workout, and the thing of it is your body can't easily access fat stores. So what happens is you think that by not eating, your body fat is going to be reduced because there's no food present. However, that's not exactly the case. Is you have to have immediate sources of glycogen inside of your muscle cells in order to fuel your workout. And then following your workout, you have to make sure that you replace the depletion from the muscle by eating quick absorbable means of protein and easily digestible carbohydrates. So make sure that you factor that in when you're doing your workouts. But back to my little story. My post-workout meal, I got home, sat down. I'm still wearing this same exact t-shirt. I haven't even changed yet. Didn't take a shower. Eating my lunch, go to take a shower. And, you know, by this point I had been sweaty and now I'm cold. So I'm like, all right, my skin is really cold. I look in the mirror